Hello everyone and welcome to today's lesson. In this lecture we'll be talking about matrices and focus on elementary row operations. In a matrix, each horizontal line is called a row. So this would be a row 1, row 2, and row 3. And all of the vertical lines are called columns. In order for us to solve the matrix, there's three things we can do. First, we can switch rows. The second thing we can do is multiply a row by a non-zero constant. And the last thing we can do is adding or subtracting rows. So let's just take a look at each of the row operations and how we can do them. Okay, so let's just switch row 2 and row 3. So we're gonna write it as R2. We'll be switching with R3, and we are gonna get so this is what we get when we're switching rows. Now let's use the second row operation and multiply row 3 by 2. So we're gonna write R3 will be 2 multiplied by R3. And we are gonna get now let's add row 2 to row 1. So we're gonna write as row 1 will be row 1 plus row 2. So these were the three row operations we can use. It's also worth to notice that uh, the notations might be slightly different. It depends on your professor, so just use whatever your professor tells you. I'm gonna be using this form of notation. It's probably the most popular one, but you might also see something like 2 or 3 with a big arrow underneath. Again, just use what your professor wants you to use. You can also use multiple row operations at the same time. For instance, uh, we could have done something like R3 also R3 plus R2, right? Uh, it's not a requirement. You can do it separately, you can do it together. I would recommend not doing everything together just to keep it clear and knowing what you are doing, not to get confused. Because especially with difficult matrices, with more advanced matrices, it's very easy to get confused. So just keep it separate as much as possible, and you'll be good. What's happening if we need to divide something? It's in that case we only have to multiply. For instance, let's just say I want to divide row 3 by 2. So we're gonna write it as R3 equals 1 over 2 R3. And that is it. Okay, let's divide that. And this is it. So these were the three row operations we can use in order to solve a matrix. Guys, thank you so much for watching. In the next lesson, we'll be talking about how to actually solve a matrix and get the results.